Mahaganapatin manasa smarami Mahadevamudam shirasa namami Mahaganapatin manasa smarami. The classical way of presenting this nishchaya, this vyavasayatmika buddhi is this. There are 4 Purusharthas. Very quickly we'll look into this. 4 Purusharthas. Artha here, arthyate iti artha. Prarthyate. So that which is desired, that which is sought after, and therefore pursued in life is called Purushartha. This Purushartha is only for a person who has a Jantu, who has a free will. On this planet, the only Jantu who enjoys free will is a human Jantu, understand? Human being. So human being alone has got this free will. And therefore, as that human being is a person, self-conscious person, who enjoys freedom to choose, and therefore that person is called Purusha. This Purusha is not male-female here. Purusha means person. So this person is self-conscious being, a human being on this planet, has different ends. Each one has his own end. That is why the traffic on both sides, So here also there are 3 lanes, there are also 3 lanes, all are busy. So the very place that you want to leave behind is the place the other fellow wants to reach, okay? And therefore, so there are, Bhinna Purusharthas, it looks as though each one wants to achieve something. One fellow wants to leave the place and go to New York. The other fellow wants to get rid of New York and come here. So both of them are overspeeding, understand? Both the fellows. So from this what we understand, we have different ends to accomplish. It's never the same. If this is so, now how can you say there are 4 Purusharthas, then we bring different pursuits under, so these categories, 2 categories to begin with. One is artha. Here this artha is different. Here artha is anything that can add to your security. So the sense of security and well-being, anything that can give you a self-esteem, self-worth, and also this what we call sense of security, so that is called artha. That is artha. So that includes your pursuit of education. All things, pursuit of money, pursuit of education, pursuit for power, name, everything will come under artha. Arthyate, sarvaihi arthyate. So it is something pursued by all. Therefore, artha. Therefore, both the fellows are after one artha or the other. So they all come under artha. No, he is not going for any artha. He is not going for a job, but he is going for pleasure. There is a there is a music concert there. So he is going for this music concert. It's already late, therefore he is rushing. Okay? Kamaha. Understand now? It is kamaha. So it is for some pleasure. So artha and kamaha. So these are the different types of pleasure. So you seek various forms of pleasure through eating, and various things of pleasure are there. Aesthetic pleasures are there. So simple, direct, simple pleasures, object you enjoy, and that is the pleasure. Thus, you have varieties of avenues of pleasure. And therefore, so pleasure seeking, even heaven also comes under pleasure seeking. Understand? So I'll go to paradise, so I'll get some pleasure. You can understand all religions are all fold up with artha kama, that's all. So, because they show that you will have pleasure there, you will have peace there, you will have beatitude there. It's all under artha kama. Artha and kama. Some well-being, something. So this is the artha kama pursuits. All are pursuing this. Human beings pursuing. While pursuing, you have to follow dharma, otherwise, so you are yet to mature into a human being. And therefore, because there is a common what we call set of values. The values are universal. What do you want others do to you? Others want you to do to them. What you don't want them to do to you, they also don't want you to do to them. And therefore we have common sense born a certain, what we say, a structure. So a structure of values for human interaction, because the fellow has got a choice, and so he can cut corners. The human being is capable of going against this. Therefore, one has to grow out of the pressure which goes against what we say dharma. To growing out of the pressure. So which pushes you? Pressure released by your own desires, the need, and which pushes you to go against dharma. So that you have to get out of. The whole Gita talks about it, we will talk about it. And therefore, so that is a very important thing. That maturity one has to gain, then only a human being is complete. As a human being, he is complete. Not that he is purnaha, but complete as a human being. His growth level is more or less complete. And for this, you have to follow what we say, a value. No religion, no tradition has this particular thing as a Purushartha. Dharma is not obeying a mandate from God. Dharma is a value that you have to assimilate, conform to, and assimilate so that you become spontaneously a dharmic person. Spontaneously. So compassion, etc., is just spontaneous. You need not be deliberate to be compassionate, to be giving, and after a lot of discussion with your spouse, etc., then afterwards you give something. No, it is something very natural to you, without any conflict, and that is dharma. So dharma as a Purushartha I have never seen in any tradition. So one has to grow into that person. Therefore, you have to choose. And another thing, why it is called Purushartha? Because it doesn't take place naturally. Dharma doesn't, you don't become naturally a mature person. You become naturally an old man, that's all. So you age all right, you don't grow. So aging takes place by just your being around. But then to grow into a dharmic person, one has to take the initiative. And because it is in the hands of a person, a free person, and because you are a free person, and you have to make use of your free will, your buddhi, and that is why it is to be gained as an end, in view. So this is the dharma. Then dharma is translated as punya also. So if you want to gain some punya for what? Again artha and kama. And therefore, so that's again, it's not, it comes under artha kama alone, that punya. And so for your growth you want certain type of punya which will put you in a better place for growing. That can be called also dharma. And therefore, dharma, artha, kama. These are the three Purusharthas. So these dharmartha kamaha, all the Purusharthas for all human beings. It's not for a particular this religion or anything. This is common. So dharmartha kamaha are common to all. Then what else is a Purushartha? Then if this is a very common thing that people say, Swamiji, I live a very dharmic life. He thinks he lives a dharmic life. We have to see this, We have to look into this, how dharmic it is. Only morning I have eggs and bacon, that's all. But I live a dharmic life. So this dharmic life is questionable. But even the dharmic life, assume that he lives a dharmic life. Then why should I study Gita? What is there for me in Gita? Because I live a dharmic life. I say, living a dharmic life is not an accomplishment. You are a mature person, that's all. You are still an adult. That's all I consider. I don't think that you are any special. Okay? You are not any special person. This is what I expect of you. And you live a dharmic life. You better live a dharmic life. So that's all what I expect of you. Adharmic life means you will have conflicts inside. And sometimes conflict inside the jail, of course. And therefore, so this dharmic life is the one that we expect of you, especially when you are a CEO. And so you live a dharmic life. That's not an accomplishment. Because others don't accomplish, therefore you become big. The Umay Kotatil Odaravayam Chanta Prajandan. And so if all the fellows are dumb, nobody can talk, then the fellow who can blabber becomes an orator. Correct? Because he blabbers. You can make out something. I become tomorrow. Means I will come tomorrow. I will come tomorrow. So this fellow is, all of them look up to him. Wow, Antony, orator. I didn't consider Antony an orator. Brutus was an orator, not Antony. You read both of them twice, thrice, you will find Brutus is orator, not Antony. People think Antony was an orator. He's a nobody. Anyway, so this is what this particular the fellow becomes great because the other fellows are dumb. So if everybody is not able to follow dharma, so one who follows a little bit of dharma becomes a great, noble, saintly person. And the Catholic Church awards sainthood, to those people who have destroyed more people in terms of their culture, tradition, etc., converted them, they are called saints, understand? It's amazing. It's a very peculiar thing it is. Anyway, so this saint is spontaneous, the one who is compassionate without deliberation. That person is saint. Nothing is attached. No other thing, no conversion, nothing. Just that's called sainthood. Anyway, that is saintliness. Okay? Otherwise, there's no sainthood. It's another type of hood, understand? And so, this is all. This is not anything great. This is just growing into the possibility. You are supposed to be an adult. And according to me, the adult is the one who is dharmic. And it has to happen in one's own initiative. It does not happen naturally. Therefore, artha kama pursuits have to be governed by dharma. You understand now? Therefore, this is not enough. That you are dharmic is not enough. Then there is a payoff for this, and that is what is called moksha. Generally, this dharmic fellow complains always, Swamiji, I am dharmic. The question has not yet come. So, this I am dharmic. Why dharmic people suffer more than adharmic people? This is another thing. So adharmic people, they always enjoy. Dharmic people always suffer. That's not the truth. Adharmic people also suffer. They are all in jail. Jail is full, I tell you. That is why some of them are outside. Really, it is full. And so they keep on releasing the fellows. So adharmic people also suffer. They may not be in jail, but still they have to sleep. They have conflicts. And the law will get them. Don't worry, you don't worry about it. No, this local law will not get. But dharmic law is there. Karma, law of karma, that will get them. Oh, that will get them next janma. What's the big deal? What is the big deal? Next janma means what? After 70 years, that's all. 60 years, 40 years. Over, why do you bother? Next janma is not far away. Yeah. You don't worry. And therefore, so the law will take care of it. Nobody gets away with it. And therefore, they ask, I am a dharmic person, but I don't get anywhere. Yeah, you are a dharmic person not to get anywhere, okay? You are a dharmic person so that you are a grown-up person. You have to grow. So what is the payment? You tell me. So what the society should give you or anybody should give you. Suppose you are a young boy growing up and you have got moustache now and you have to shave. And then you have achieved this great achievement. What society should pay you? I have got moustache now, society should. What reward I have got? I have grown up. What reward I have got? Nothing. All right, you don't grow. Understand? Yeah, there should be no reward for this. That I grow up that itself is a reward because it is in your initiative. That is success, really speaking. Therefore, you have achieved certain measure of success. We will analyze that later. And therefore, that itself is reward. Okay, that reward is there. That is enough for me. That also is underachievement. Don't underachieve. Why? Because when you are dharmic naturally, I am a dharmic person, but I have to put up with all this. I don't achieve anything great. I am a dharmic. That is because you are still a small, insignificant dharmic person. That's all. Previously, small, insignificant, adharmic person. Now you are a small, insignificant, dharmic person. So self-acceptance is not possible. You will always compare with the adharmic fellow and he is going up, as though he is going up. And you are down. This is a very common question in India. I am dharmic, but I don't get anything. Because he thinks dharmic means he should get money. The other fellow gets money, adharma, because he takes money under the table. So he is adharmic and he is rich, and I am dharmic, I am not rich. And his wife points out also to him. And therefore, so this guy feels that he is not achieving, other is achieving. That is because there is no moksha. Understand? You are underachieving. If you are a dharmic person, why should you dislike something like cooking the food, going starving? The fellow cooks the food, and morning he makes a elaborate breakfast. Then afterwards there is time for making lunch. Therefore he has no time to eat the breakfast. Then he begins doing lunch. Then after he is so tired, and then again he has to prepare dinner. Therefore he wants to have a quick nap. So he goes to nap. Then again evening, afternoon he gets up and then begins cooking for dinner. So the fellow goes hungry. Then, why are you hungry? He tells me, I am hungry. Why you are hungry? Because I have no time to eat. Why you have no time to eat? I have to cook. All the time I cook. Cook for whom? For myself only. So this looks very ridiculous. That's exactly what it is. He is dharmic means where is the payoff? At the time of payoff, the fellow ducks. This is wrong. It is like that fellow, who was told, he was a blind man. He went to this big fort, and he went to the fort, and then he was told that he didn't know how to come out, and where this door is, he didn't know. And somebody he found out, and this fellow said, you please, I will take you to the wall, and from there you just touch the wall and go, then you will see the door. And when the door comes, you can go out, there are people there, gatekeepers are there, they will take you. He said, thank you. Then he was led there. And then he did like this, went on walking. And then at one time, so he had this, this scratching. So it was itching. He was scratching and still walking. And he was scratching. And then afterwards you find the door doesn't come at all. So at the right time the fellow scratches. 3 times he has gone round. As luck would have it or bad luck would have it, this fellow, every time the door came, he was scratching. This is what we are doing. And so, why do you underachieve? There is no necessity. If you are a dharmic person, viveka should be there. A dharmic person is someone who is free from conflicts. Less conflicts means more space inside to think. And because you have to sacrifice a few things. So you have got to give up a few things. Dharma life is not simple. It is one of tyaga. Dharmic life implies certain tyaga. You have to give up certain things. And naturally, therefore, so you grow richer and you have more space inside. That means you begin to see what is what I am searching for, what I am doing. There is if you see the absence of connection between what you do and what do you basically want, you are called viveki, understand? To say the least, okay? So you do one thing, and what do you want is quite another. Between what do you do and what do you want, there is no connection. How do you call that fellow? Somebody said, so I want to cut my beard, this fellow asked. And he said, bring the scissors and cut. And he brought the scissors and he was cutting all the bushes. Yeah. And then he was asked, my beard is not gone. What you are doing and what is to be achieved, there is no connection. Correct? Connection nahi hai. You want security and you hold on to another insecure thing. You want security. You should hold on to secure thing. And then what you hold on to is also equally insecure. And you are insecure, holding on to another insecure. Then afterwards we don't know. But for that to be stable, you should give some kind of a standing. And then you should be a prop. For the other to stand, you should be the prop. For you to stand, the other should be the prop. We forget after some time who is prop and who is propped up. Understand? And we don't know afterwards what is what. And therefore, so there is no connection. Security means that which is not subject to change, that which is not bound by time, and that which has to be centered on myself. I am secure. Not I plus something becomes secure. Plus something is always in time. Therefore, I plus something in time. I am bound by time, according to me. I am a mortal. I am bound by time. Plus something which is also in time. Two mortals come together. What will happen? You become immortal. Immortal, one pulls the other fellow down. That's all what it is. And therefore, two mortals do not make one immortal. So naturally, this insecure fellow continues to be insecure. What the fellow is doing is wrong. One should see what do you do and what do you want. There is no connection. I want approval. And that means you want approval of others. In fact, what you need is self-approval, correct? Not approval of others. So I ask him, why do you want approval of others? So that I will approve myself. So that means what you want is approval of yourself. Why should others approve you? You approve yourself. How can I approve myself? That is the problem. Address the problem. So the self is approvable. Address the problem. That is called, that is doing something. You are cutting your beard, okay? That is doing something. Only thing is the scissors don't cut. That's a different thing. So we will do that. We will do something further. At least you are making an attempt. That's a different thing. And therefore, so this seeing the problem and then solving the problem, because I can never be secure if I am not secure. Holding on to something, I don't become secure. Then gaining this, I will be happy. Gaining that, I will be happy. This you have been doing all this time. From childhood you have been doing. And you do become happy and you do become unhappy. You do become happy, you do become unhappy. In fact, you are unhappy, happy. See, this, in our Mukesh Bhai's singing, and whenever he comes, he goes on lengthening. But happy comes, he doesn't do that. So sometimes he goes away. And then, Sunubai sadhu, bai, Sunubai sadhu. Then answer. Sometimes he says, E Sunubai. That is called dukkhi, unhappy, happy, unhappy. This is what life is. So this is unhappy, struggling to be happy. Insecure, struggling to be secure. Insignificant, struggling to be insignificant. Therefore, dye the hair, if it is there. This is all what the people do. What else you can do? Poor hair is the only thing available because everything else causes pain, Hair is... You can't cut the nose, you can't cut your hand, you can't... So only blessed thing is available for cutting. Bhagavan ne thoda diya, so that you can do something and come little differently tomorrow. Mahaganapatin manasa smarami Mahadeva mudam shirasa namami Mahaganapatin manasa smarami.